Is that fucking loud off the TV? My face again. Well, what is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with 420 Gamer TV, bringing you, no, not a Monster Hunters gameplay. Actually, what I am going to be doing is, as you can see by the title, is Zoids is back. Now, if you're a Zoids fan, and you've actually been keeping up with the stuff that's been going on that everyone's been talking about the last few days, is finally, after, at least 10 years or more, they're finally doing Zoids. They're finally bringing it back. They finally have brought out a whole new line. There's three new titles that they're doing. I can't really technically call them titles, but there's 3 new things that they're releasing, as well as a toy line. And it's based off of something that they're working on called Zoids Wild. Now, I'm excited by it, and I'm a little disappointed by it, and I'm going to talk about it. Now, as everyone knows, it's coming in as a manga, an anime, and a video game for the Nintendo Switch. Now, some of you guys are going to be thinking, why the Nintendo Switch? I mean, the Wii U didn't do too good, the Wii didn't do too good. Well, the Nintendo Switch is supposed to be the bump up, and also this game is going to get a lot of fans, because there's been an outcry of fans who've been wanting this. And I can tell you this much, hardcore gamers, if you're a hardcore gamer and you want this on PlayStation or Xbox, don't hold your breath. And if you want it on there, at least do a petition to get it on there. And start it now, okay? If you want it on the PlayStation or you want it on Xbox One, put a petition out now. Because if you don't, by the time it releases by the end of the year, and I'm talking about the video game, it ain't gonna happen. You do, and if it does, probably not until next year. So, what we're going to talk about is, one, of course, the manga. The manga is going to be released first, and that's, going to be the skeletal structure of the anime and the game. Because the anime is going to be the skeletal structure of the video game. Because guaranteed what they're going to do is what lots of creators of anime video games have done as of recently, which is a little disappointing, is they make a mirror image of the show as a game. I mean, you guys can be a little bit more creative than that. If they do a game, I want it to be a little bit more RPG style, and I have a whole nother video for that when I talk specifically about the game. But, well, what's going to be going on with Zoids Wild is it's going to be based off of, well, actually, we don't know exactly what it's based off of, and this is where I'm kind of disappointed with it, because it doesn't look like traditional Zoids. Traditional Zoids is, the Zoids are like huge. They're almost like half the size of a standing tall Gundam. So if you're a mecha fan, if you watched mecha anime, then you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say Gundam. Zoids are about half the size of a Gundam, except for certain ones. Certain ones will fucking tower over a Gundam like no tomorrow. But anyways, the traditional Zoids, the pilots are in a cockpit, you know what I mean, and they're controlling the Zoids with controls and stuff. In the video that you watch of Zoids Wild, of the little anime clip that they got going, it quite literally looks like they're riding on top of them like they would be a tamed animal. So like if you've played Ark, it's like riding on top of a tamed animal in Ark. Case in point, it's like riding a mecha animal in Ark. Holy shit, I just made that comparison just now. Holy fuck. But it's like that. It's like riding a horse. They don't have no saddles or nothing, and they also kind of look like, this is the cool part a little bit, but also still a little disappointing, because the main characters look like kids. Now, when I was a kid and they did, God, Lost Century, fucking, Chaotic Century, when they did that one, right, which was one of my favorite ones. Van was a kid, yes, but he also grew up and became a young man, you know what I mean, and mostly all the other characters that were actually in it were all young men. So the fact that they kind of diverted it and went towards like youngish looking kids, like how they did with Beyblade, and Beyblade was awesome because it was perfect for being around kids, but Zoids is like a war-based kind of like mecha anime. Why in the shit would they revert it down to kids? The positive part about this a little bit is they look like they strengthened the bond or the spiritual nature between Zoid and Pilot, because if you watch a lot of the Zoids, there's always been a connection to the main character and their Zoid. Whether it be with Liger Zero, the Blade Liger, the Shield Liger, there's always been a connection. And we all know that, if you know the story of Zoids, which is kind of why I'm kind of holding off on the disappointment a little bit, and this is where I'm going to get to, is because Zoids start out like babies, like they grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as they get stronger and stronger and stronger, and eventually once they reach a certain level, they evolve, which is how in Chaotic Century the Shield Liger went from a Shield Liger to a Blade Liger. But they explained it is it does develop and change by the actual pilot's piloting skill and the way they use the Zoid. So I kind of hope that's what they bring into the show and the game, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of where it's a little bit of disappointing, but then at the same time I'm holding off because this news was just released just a few days ago. So we as fans can't be like, oh, no, they fuck shit up, no. I'm kind of hoping what they're doing is character, he comes across a Zoid, right? A little egg or it's in a pod or whatever, and, it awakens, but it causes a chain reaction, and Zoids all over Planet Z wake up, and now they're in the world again, and all these people are thrust into the world, a wild world of Zoids, that now they're gonna have to remaster on being Zoid pilots and stuff, because let's say, being a pilot of a Zoid is something that happened like hundreds of years ago, or 100 years ago, or, generations ago, something to where it's just stories now to these younger kids. How cool would that be? That would actually make it a little bit more of a turnaround and a lot better if they do it like that. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you all are as stoked as I am for the fact that they're bringing Zoids back, because I knew they were going to do it eventually. I knew it, because Zoids was too good of a show, a toy line, and everything. And I want them to bring toys. Stop bringing these like little robotic things that you can just like turn on and it walks on its own, or the model kits and shit. I want actual action figure shit. I want to be able to open something up and display it. I don't mind the model kits, but if you're gonna do model kits, do action figures too. Do the old school action figures like they used to, man. Bring it back. Come on. But anyways, that's it for this video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone keeps in contact with me and with the whole Zoids update, because trust me, as soon as I learn more, I'll be keeping you guys updated. So also keep an eye out, because after I get done doing this one a little bit later, I'll be doing one talking about a Zoids Wild video game, and what I actually kind of want is going to be a Zoids Wild wish list. So I hope everyone has a great day, great night, great evening, all that great shit. You know exactly what I mean. Catch me for the next one. Later, guys.